Moving on, now we look into sustainable development from Western and also Islamic perspective. So, sustainable development from Islamic perspective, kita akan tengok daripada 3 sudut, iaitu first kali, environmental sustainability and Islam. Nombor 2, social sustainability and Islam. And last but not least, economic sustainability and Islam. So, kita akan go through one by one. First one, environmental sustainability and Islam. According to Homer and Thomas, environment is the complex of physical, chemical and biotic factors that act upon an organism or an ecological community and ultimately determine its form and also survival. So it encompasses natural resources like soil, flora, fauna, water and also light that affect the living organism. So bila kita kata pasal environmental, kita kata pasal persekitaran, dalam ekosistem kita bergantung, kita ada kebergantungan dengan orang kata apa, dengan hidupan lain. Contoh macam rumput lembu makan. Siapa makan lembu? Manusia makan. So the chain is there. Dia ada that ecosystem tu. So Muslim are religiously bound to manage the environment wisely, manifesting their trustship to Allah. Even Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala pun telah mengamanahkan kita sebagai manusia untuk menjaga alam sekitar. In doing so, it charts an environmental ethics and morality in Islam that molds human attitudes towards the environment. Kita perlu kita perlu menjaga amanah yang telah diberikan oleh Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala dan jaga sebaik yang mungkin. So, the human interaction with the environment could happen in the form of social and also economic activities upon which the built environment is constructed. So, in respect, environment sustainability provide a space for continued social and economic activity to take place. For example, macam taman rekreasi, taman perumahan, commercial and industry, tourism, pelancongan, transportation, pengangkutan and many more. So dalam konteks human interaction ataupun interaksi manusia dengan environment, persekitaran, kita adanya adanya aktiviti, kegiatan-kegiatan sosial dan kegiatan-kegiatan ekonomi seperti macam pelancongan kan. Macam you pergi satu tempat pelancongan, you melancong dalam dekat tempat you melancong tu dia ada taman rekreasi, tempat beriadah, and then ada housing area, pusat-pusat penempatan penduduk dekat situ. So secara tak langsung benda tu berkait rapat. So Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala telah beri amanah kepada kita untuk menjaga sebaik-baiknya. Even walaupun lah contoh macam Airbnb yang awak sewa tu kan, waktu awak bercuti tu, walaupun itu bukan aset awak, bukan property awak, tapi awak sebagai seorang manusia yang mempunyai common sense and perlu menjaga yang sebaik-baik ni lah harta benda manusia lain. So this marks a difference with the conventional concept of sustainability, where the environment is positioned as just one of the 3 pillars, not as a place for human, social and economic activity to take place. Moving on, sustainability development dari aspek social sustainability and Islam. In relation to the social sustainability concept, Islam develops the Muslim personality gradually from an individual that is embodied in the teaching of fiqh, ilmu fiqh, which then evolves into the family institution under the purview of fiqh al-munakahat, family daripada personal law kepada family law, and eventually that governs human economic interaction, dealing with muamalah adalah urusan muamalah adalah undang-undang komersial lah, urusan transaksi. Pursuant to the individual, family and communal aspect, Islam prescribe punishment for the wrongdoings committed under the al-jinakahat. Fiqh al-jinakahat. Jinakahat lah pula. Jinayat adalah undang-undang Islam lah, undang-undang jenayah dalam Islam. So in the essence, this is how Islam educates its followers spiritually and in practice. So on top of that, Islam also propagates the concept of ihsan. Ihsan, whereby Muslims are urged to do good deed as if Allah is looking at them. Ya, perlu. Betul. Kita perlu buat baik kepada manusia lain. So even though he is not able to see Allah physically, but Allah existence is metaphysically. Kita memang tak boleh nampak Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala tu, tapi Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala tu boleh nampak our all actions and doings. So human being is central development activity. So socially, human beings are created collective in nature, consists of male and female. So dalam konteks sustainable development ni, dalam sudut social sustainability ni, kita nak katakanlah hablu minan nas, hubungan sesama manusia. So kita perlu orang kata apa, perlu bersikap rational and ada orang kata apa, ada sense of common sense and also empathy towards other people. So kita perlu pastikan no one is left behind. So itu kita punya ihsan lah tu kan. Ihsan kita belas kasihan kita kepada seseorang kan. Contoh macam orang yang hidup dalam kemiskinan, kita ada ihsan dekat orang yang living like that, living in the poverty life. Mungkin mereka tak minta untuk hidup sebegitu, tapi kita sebagai manusia, kita perlu ada, orang kata apa, ada sense of responsible lah untuk help these people in order for us at the same time to achieve the sustainable development goals in the future. So moving on, sustainable development in terms of economic sustainability and Islam. So Islam promote development and growth socially and economically. Islam prohibit poverty as it close to this belief, kufur. So Islam provide effective means for social economic improvement through wakaf and also zakat. Sebab itulah adanya wakaf, sebab itunya adalah zakat. So zakat dengan wakaf ni adalah untuk membantu golongan-golongan yang miskin, golongan-golongan asnaf. And then indeed, these Islamic economic principles are based on sharing and caring in the wealth distribution. So sebab itulah kita diwajibkan bayar zakat. Bila kita bayar zakat ni, dia secara tak langsung kita berkongsi kita punya rezeki pendapatan dengan insan yang memerlukan. So likewise, any other trading or commercial transaction in Islam, all these economic dealing and transaction among people happen in a space called city, which is created out of land, use planning and built environment. So viewing from the sustainability angle, economic development is a process of utilizing the natural resources at a specific level for the human well-being needs. So this activity ought to be governed with the high moral and also Islamic way, because we are dealing with the Allah creation. So sebab itulah kita sebagai manusia di atas muka bumi ni, kita telah diamanahkan oleh Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala untuk explore things around us. Supaya kita pakaikan sesuatu sumber tu dengan sebaik yang mungkin. Sebab itulah manusia diberi akal fikiran untuk berfikir. Economic sustainability also involve the measurement of the economic performance that continually generates satisfaction of the spiritually and also non-material needs of the people. So can be said that the concept of sustainability in Islamic perspective more emphasize on the Muslims are bound to manage and also proper the earth under the contract, ataupun kita kata kita ni sebagai khalifah yang diamanahkan oleh Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala untuk pastikan kehidupan kita sesama manusia terjaga. And then Islam perceive the environment or nature in the bigger context. Okay, mengapa Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala Second, Islam perceive environment or nature in the bigger context. And last but not least, Islam is a way of life, which is include all the aspect of human life, socially, economically and politically. So that's all for today. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.